Good afternoon, y'all. So, back for more. Been working on moving some stuff to my tablet to move over to YouTube for you guys. And I got a pep talk from Sandy. You know, our Sandy, me and Emma Sandy. Our Sandy bug. She told me she was proud of me. I told her I hadn't done nothing to be proud of. Just me. She said for telling my story, and I was like, well, it's hard. It's not something it's real easy for me to do. And I told her I know I'm gonna fall apart and all, but she assures me I have this, so we gonna try. So we made it to Virginia, as you know, to my grandmother, who took me, her and my grandfather took me, raised me as their own, called me their own. I was their child. Period. Apparently, I don't remember this part. This is stuff that's been told to me over the years by my grandparents and my aunt that was there, the one that helped raise me. My Aunt Rita. I know some of you have heard me talk about her. She showed up when I was about 2. That's when she showed back up. And she showed up and she was very, very pregnant with a half sibling that I have. Imagine that. I have half siblings, Lord. I actually claim those dumbasses. I don't know why. But I have them. They're not part of my life anymore, but I would never deny them. They're still my half siblings. Anyway, I digress. And it was right after my second birthday, I believe. Yeah, because she was born in July. So it was right after my second birthday that she showed up, right before my first surgeries for my hand to help giving me use of my right hand. And she hung around, they said, and kind of acted like she wanted to be a mama. But of course, me being 2, I didn't know this woman from Adam, you know. So I was in my grandma's lap, all over my granddaddy and my aunt, and they were my family. They were who I know. I didn't know this woman. So I didn't have much to do with this woman. Now, I've also been told that my family from Florida would come and visit and such, but they had no idea that my mother wasn't around. They would go to my grandparents to visit me. They just assumed that I was there visiting there, and my mom just was being the antisocial person that she had always been towards them, and that she was letting me be there to visit with them. They had no idea that they had been raising me and that I hadn't seen that woman in years, didn't know that woman. She was around for a little while. She disappeared, and she showed back up after the baby was born. The baby was maybe 6 months old or so. It was sitting up, okay? The little girl was sitting up. The sister was sitting up. I had had my surgery. I was a very mean child, apparently. Imagine that. Mean girl. I'm telling you. And she tried to play mama. She wants to go to the doctor's appointments with me and all the things, and she would tell them that my medication, my pain medication, wasn't working for me, that I was still crying a whole lot, and she couldn't understand why I was crying so much, and I was having a hard time with my pain medication. Spoiler alert, I wasn't getting my pain medication. She was taking that. She was taking it from her child, her 2.5-year-old daughter, who just had major surgery. I mean, major freaking surgery on their hand. Little broken bones, sewn up. I mean, it was bad. I had a massive cast thingy on and all. But she was taking my medication. That should have been a clear indicator to everyone that this woman, you know, if they didn't know before, that should have been another indicator that she was definitely not cut out to be my mother. because she never had my best interest. Well, when that didn't work too well for her, my grandma figured out what was going on. You know, she had to go. So she was gone. Luckily, I don't remember this time in my life. All that noise y'all keep hearing is my dishwasher, just so y'all know. I got asked last time, what was all that water sound? It's the dishwasher. But they got rid of her. And I didn't see this woman again for years. I mean, years. I was probably, man, I was in school the next time I saw this woman. I knew this woman as Cookie. She was my Nanny Popsy's kid, and that was her kid with her. That's all I knew about the woman. And they were like, oh, Cookie's coming. Cookie's coming, Cookie's coming. Nobody's seen Cookie in years. Cookie's coming, Cookie's coming. My dumb little ass thought they were talking about Cookie. Until I found out that it was a person. I was really sad. No, that was just a joke. I knew it was a person. I just wanted to make you laugh a little bit. I have to put a little bit of humor in it or I'm not going to make it through. And she showed up with her kid. And I was doing something. I was like 5 or 6 years old. I was running amok. I was being a kid. You know what 5 and 6 year olds do? We run around, we carry on, we scream, we holler, we make messes. You know, you do the things. You're a kid. And she told me to sit my ass down before she wore me out. I said, you ain't gonna touch me. You not my mama. And that's when she told me she was my mama. And my grandparents were not home at the time. They had gone to the grocery store. That is the first time she put her hands on me. She hurt me. She had a belt that was my father's, and she literally whipped me until his name was present on my bottom and my legs. I had open wounds again on my body from this woman, all because I wouldn't pick up my crayons, y'all. I wouldn't pick up the crayons. So I got that done to me. I cried. And as soon as my grandparents got home, I come out. I ran. And I told my nanny what she'd done to me. To show my nanny my legs and my back end. And that's the first time I've ever seen my grandparents mad. I mean, really mad. They called the police. They took her away. Her child, my grandparents didn't keep that child with us either. They couldn't handle another kid. Social services took that child for a little while. I don't know what was going on with her, but they took her away for what she did. And I didn't see her for a while. I didn't see her. I would get weird little gifts in the mail, and they'd say they're from Cookie. She's so sorry, and I would say I don't want them. I didn't care what toy it was. I didn't care what it was. I didn't want it. So it's never been easy with this woman. So don't come at me when I say I don't have a mom, y'all. Because I don't. And I know what these kids are going through. It's not easy. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta stop. I love you guys.